Josh and Tommy here, Watch Hill Proper, doing a review of Booker's Mighty Fine Batch. This is the 2023-03 release that came out a few months ago from when we're recording this. This is 126.6 proof, looking at 7 years, 1 month, 10 days old. And naturally typical Booker's mash bill, 75 corn, 13% rye, 12% malted barley. Suggested retail is $89.99, and you certainly can find it here at Watch Hill Proper by the pour. 12,000 bottles. Should be able to find this. You can certainly find it here. You can probably find it in a lot of liquor stores. It's getting more allocated these days, but with 12,000 bottles out there, you should be able to get your hands on one. So,
how many bottles does Watch Hill Proper have of Booker's?
We have probably close to 50 different bottles of Booker's.
I know it was a lot. I don't know how many. That's pretty cool.
From back to the 80s, 90s, all their anniversaries. That you can build a nice little flight. Here out of Booker's.
So I will tell you this before we even get into nosing and tasting this. So if I had to, gun pointed at me, come up with my top 3 or top 5 bourbons that I've ever tasted, there is an old William LaRue Weller, was one of them years ago. But up above even that was the 130.6 that they did. It came out years ago, and 130.6 and 130.
Was that the 25th anniversary?
The 25th anniversary was 130.8, and it was also right there. Those are some of the finest whiskeys that I've ever drank. I mean, drink a lot of whiskey, a lot of different types and styles and varieties. But when I tasted the 130.6 and the 130.8, that to me was what it was about.
Yeah,
that's when my palate was getting hotter, and it. If you get a chance, I wish there were still. I bought every 130.6 bottle that I could possibly find. I don't know how many of them I ended up with, but just one of the finest whiskeys. I have been a Booker's fan for about as long as I've been a Maker's Mark fan.
Yeah,
long time.
And so this one is 126.6. So a little down in proof from that 130 mark, but this is right in their wheelhouse of what they've been putting out over the last 4 or 5 years. 120. Mid to high 120s.
Yeah.
They don't get over 130 too much anymore.
Not much anymore.
So,
not much anymore.
All right. So we're going to give you our opinion on this one. So
there it is.
It smells like a Jim Beam Booker's nose.
There it is.
I mean, it's a little floral than normal. Normally Jim Beam's that brown sugar vanilla stuff that I love. Yeah, it's a good nose for sure. This is the third batch of 23 they put out. And like I said, this one's called Mighty Fine Batch. So we'll see if it lives up to its name. Almost a little, is it a little dirty? Like a little...
I got Tootsie Roll. Right at mid palate, I got Tootsie Roll, which is a
little chocolate in there.
A little bit, but even specifically like a Tootsie Roll, which I don't get that note very often. I may have had that note before. You know, you would expect some of the standard notes. They always talk about the peanut and that type thing. I don't get that here. I don't get it.
No, I don't get any peanut.
I don't get any of that.
I get a little funky though.
Maybe a little funk.
I don't know if it's like
man, that Tootsie Roll, that's crazy. I don't get that note very often, but
it's not overly sweet though. So being a Tootsie Roll, I mean, it's
not overly sweet. That's what I'm saying. It just hit me like, whoa, that's weird to get on the mid palate.
Yeah. If you're looking for it, I get Tootsie Roll.
It's there, man.
If you're looking for it,
yeah,
for sure.
But
lots of brown sugar, lots of Jim Beam. I mean, lots of Booker's traditional notes, but it does have a little milk chocolate kind of sweetness to it.
It does. It drinks like the proof to me. It
tingles in the mouth. You get a nice
still
little
going
hug.
finishes finish is just banging. Yeah. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Mm.
This is probably one of the better Booker's releases last couple of years.
I would agree.
Some of them a couple of years ago, they seemed to kind of they were playing around in that 6-year mark a little bit. And
They did a lot of 6s, which
I don't think that
their
hit,
wheelhouse is 7.
Yeah,
man, that's tasty.
Yeah.
I want to see. I'm curious to see how you review this one, because I know you like Booker's. I'm a Booker's kind of fanatic.
I guess it depends on if we're going to review it in comparison to other Bookers, or if we're going to review it.
No, we'll just go straight
up.
one off, just straight.
I would say for sure, though, it's one of the better Bookers.
I would agree.
Out there,
certainly in the last several years.
Top 10. If, you know, if we have 50 on the list, this is probably top 10.
I would agree.
On the nose,
I would agree. I mean, it's a standard Booker nose like that. Booker nose.
Booker nose.
You know, it's 8.4. Something
That's
like that.
About where I would be.
It's. I mean, it doesn't. I don't nose it and go, oh, this has got to be the greatest release ever. It's kind of standard.
Yeah,
kind of a standard.
It's a little fruity on the nose.
A little fruity. I did get a little bit of that too, but I would say 8.3, 8.4.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Yep.
What about the taste?
Yeah, it's. Oh, man, it's high 8s for me, maybe a 9. It's that good.
Yeah, so I'm still going to be in the 8.3, 8.4 range.
Really?
Yeah. Just because I'm comparing it against all the other whiskeys in the world that I've had.
Yeah, I don't get into the 9s very often. Not that we've done this.
If we were comparing this to like Bookers, other Bookers that we've had, yeah, it's definitely close to 9. But compared to, you know,
that to me,
the world of bourbon.
I don't know, man. I will put, I'll put it up against most things that are over 125 proof, and it's going to do very well blind.
Yeah. I think for me, there was something in the palate that just, it wasn't maybe, so I would say viscosity. It's a little thin for me. Like the mouthfeel wasn't.
Oh man.
It wasn't there.
On the finish?
No, just on the taste.
Just on the overall mouthfeel, because the finish was.
Finish is good. I mean, how can it not be at 126?
Yeah.
So
if I was going taste, I'll go 8, 9, but on the finish, I'll go 9, 9, 1.
Okay.
Is where I would be.
Yeah, I'm going to pull you down a little bit.
Okay.
It'd be mid-8s.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah.
I mean, it's fantastic whiskey.
Sure. And at the price you're going to find this at, all the other whiskeys that we reviewed, you're talking high dollars. This should be a $20-something pour wherever you go.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're getting overpriced.
I think Kroger. I think you can go into Kroger or where one of the better price stores. Total. I don't know if it would have it, but I see this at my Kroger occasionally. I think they run it for about $100, and that is $100 bourbon.
Oh, for sure.
$100 bourbon easy.
And it's a good gift for Christmas too. So.
Man, so y'all, there you go. You know what I want. You know what I want right there. Oh, it's good. I love Booker's. I was excited to get to taste this one and do a review on it, and it did not disappoint.
Yep. So we've got in our notes here that I don't know, you got something on here about 1987.
So 1987 was when they had some Bookers going on. 86 evidently. 87 was a batch that they put out. It was 12,000-ish bottles. Never sold. No, really? Nobody bought it, and it wasn't $30 a bottle.
Wow.
It's kind of like, it's reminiscent of Blanton's. Yeah, I mean, you go back several years. Blanton's was a dust collector.
Mm-hmm.
It just was, and so I think Booker's kind of had the connotation of more of a heavy hitter, wild turkey not rock gut, but really in your face bourbon. And once you taste it, you go, oh, that doesn't suck.
Right.
Yeah. Right. So no,
well, I don't know how many bottles they released of this batch, but it's going to be a little harder to find than maybe back in 1987.
Probably. Yeah, I don't know how. I mean, I know these are certainly allocated, and the only place that I really see it every now and then I will see it at Kroger, but if I see it for $100, I'm buying it.
Yeah. I would say if you like brown sugar, vanilla, a little higher proof whiskey, Booker's has always been one of our favorites.
It has, no doubt.
It's been
I'm a
tough.
Beam Suntory guy too, man. I mean, I love all different distilleries, but you know that lineup of their stuff with Bakers and Bookers, and so it's just
Knob.
Knob Creek.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's good.
list goes on and on for sure.
Sounds good. So that's a wrap on Booker's Mighty Fine Batch.
Hey guys, I'm Tommy. This is Josh. We're the owners of Watch Hill Proper. We are the largest American whiskey bar in the world. We're located in Louisville, Kentucky. We'd love for you guys to come out and visit us. We offer, elevated cuisine, great cocktail list, and the wall is what people show up to see.
Definitely can satisfy your palate from standpoint of whiskeys, different bourbons, different flights. You can make your own, but we have wines, cocktails. Michael Crouch is our chef.
I was going to say,
amazing food. So we'd love to have you come out and visit. Join us for dinner. Join us for a tasting. Check us out on the website, watchhillproper.com. You can make reservations. You can see our events that we have on the calendar, and we'd love to have you.